Welcome back to Team Fortress TV. My name is Ryushi, and you have joined us for the next round of the Challengers Cup. We've had a bit of a switch up with the casting situation as Admirable has decided that he's really hungry and wants to go get food, so we've had to bring in, at the last second, Mikey and Nation to replace him, because of course Admirable is so important that he needs two people to replace him, but I'm excited to have these two here. They're going to be bringing some Prem soldier knowledge into this cast, because realistically, I don't have any. So, guys, welcome to the cast. We're going to be casting the semi-final between the Planet Express, who we just saw, and Kritzberg for defense or offense or whatever it is, the Polish mix. Do you know much about these teams at all?
I actually do. Planet Express was supposed to be like one of our opponents in the Prem playoffs, and I know this Polish team for basically years. It's not actually a mix. It used to be a team in Div 1 and Div 2. They were quite decent, so I think there might be favorites for this.
Yeah, I know Formello and Bonkers from I think it was either Crackclan or
it was Cool Clan, right?
Yeah, Cool Clan. That's the one with Admirable, and they were definitely I remember that season. Cool Clan didn't really win any games, but they had so many close games as good teams. And Bonkers and Formello were actually two of the better players on their team, and they're very maybe the best players on this Polish team also. And also Pablo is a good medic. He's in Pugme, and he's always a good pick there. So yeah, as Nation is saying, this team, I think they could bring back the funk, or they change their name to some sort of variant of that every time they reform. But yeah, they've played a lot together, so and they're not half bad.
Yeah, there's quite a few sort of high div sort of Polish players that sort of get rotated around through these teams that I've seen. I think LeMay gets played quite often, but I don't think he's playing this game. But over onto Planet Express, obviously on this stream we just saw them beat Danger Dogs in quite a big upset as well. Taking them to 3 maps and finally beating them back on Gully Wash by a 1-map round advantage. Sheepy went absolutely ham. How do you feel that Planet Express match up to Kritzberg?
Well, I played with Sheepy for, I think it could be 2 seasons and a half, and obviously he's a very good player. So I think he can carry his team, but I think it's gonna be tough for him because I was watching the last game, and everybody else except Sheepy was still a bit off. They didn't really hit that many shots, except just Sheepy and Neo. So this game might be a little bit more difficult for them. If you consider Wonder, he was my second pick for my new team as a scout, so it might be very tough. And as Mike said, Promel and Borkus are both very good soldiers.
Yeah, but all I know about this team, other than Sheepy, I'm not sure who. Do you know which nationality Tommy is? Is he Finnish?
He's Austrian.
He's Austrian.
Ah, okay, because half their team is Finnish, and there used to be a Finnish player called Tommy who used to play Prem, but that's someone else then. But yeah, I know Neo and Iku from pickups mainly, and I just know them as kind of deathmatch heroes. But to see them now in the Prem playoffs is interesting. But they are very try hard. They play a lot of deathmatch a lot, so they could potentially compete with Bonkers and Formello just based on the amount of deathmatch they've been playing recently. And I know Scrooby from a few times he's played in European teams. Obviously, is an American medic, but he has actually played quite a lot with European teams, so he's not half bad as well. I was watching him in the game versus Danger Dogs, and he had some clutch moments on Gully Wash, which actually might have won them the game in the end. I remember just 1v1ing a scout on him on mid, 2 Abyssals, full health, no problem.
Yeah, Scrooby definitely proved himself as a good player, even with this high pick disadvantage. He played medic for my friend's team in Div 1, and I think they got third, and it was very strong Div 1 with Lyco and Hello Kitty Ninjas in it, so I think he's a very good player. Based on what he achieved in Europe, I have no idea how good, or which tier or whatever they use in NA. I don't know how good he is there.
Yeah, I'm also not sure which teams he plays for in NA, but I've seen him quite a lot in Europe. So, and it's the teams he has played for are pretty good generally.
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but we have actually gone live for our first map. That's going to be Badlands. So, as I said, red, Planet Express, Kritzberg are going to be blue. Someone take me through the first middle.
The Polish demo was slightly faster, so his team has very big advantage on the mid, but both Neo and Shippy just went like very aggressive, and now they just need to move like slightly forward. But frags were traded on both of the sides, but it's only Pablo and Bonko, so they need to bail like very quickly.
Yeah, that was very weird because Laidback was quite a lot faster than Eco, and Eco was really weak, but he managed to just survive barely. Meanwhile, Pocket and the Scout did work, as you said. Like Sheepy still warmed up from the last match, so he's already had a strong start. And now, but Pablo did get out, so they will be able to defend Spires. You see Bonkers is already on the Spire. Didn't manage to deny the Scout in there due to having to reload. But no Uber's been traded yet. I think I did see an aggressive bomb from Formello. It did get the force, so now the Pulse will get a much better Uber. But well, I don't know, Planet Express is doing a good job of scattering and also managing to pick off the players overextending into them, which leaves the Pulse with just 3 left.
Yeah, they can't throw a defense power with just 3 players. They need to bail like very quickly. That was very well played by Planet Express. They got forced, which gave them like a big disadvantage of Ubers, but they managed to kill every aggressive Polish player and push back the rest of the opposite team to their last. Now we're gonna have a little bit of stalemate situation. Like obviously it's very important game for both of the teams, so they want to play like very safe, so they don't want to rush the last straight away.
Yeah, and I just checked, double checked. So they're called Kritzberg. I won't be calling them the Poles anymore. I'll try not to. But actually quite a big Uber advantage for Planet Express, and they use it straight away as soon as they get it. And Pablo is just about to get his Uber, which means they should be able to hold it. I don't think Planet Express knew that they had such a big Uber advantage, otherwise they wouldn't have had to rush straight for the point and could have got frags instead.
But they are pushing straight back.
Yeah. Cheapy pushes top left while the soldiers go top right, yeah, and they don't need the height advantage anymore, they all collapse onto the point, and that's the first round for Planet Express.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna like try this mid Kritzberg, because they had like big advantage on the last one, but they couldn't really play off that. So I wonder if Flightback is gonna be fast as he was on the last mid.
Yeah, it was just some solid defense from Neo, managing to shut down the scouts from Kritzberg, so we'll see if they overextend again, or if they wait for their soldiers to initiate. We see that soldier waiting in shit house, he jumps through, and the scout, he gets a nice air shot onto Tommy, but there's an instant trade off with Formello as well. And
it's only Scrubby alive. They gonna have to chase him. He's going out resupply, but he's gonna be chased by Demo and the soldier. He's down to 33 HP and he died. Very well played by Kritzberg.
Yeah, very nice directs at the end there from Bonkers. And this looks like, you know, Kritzberg just getting straight back into the game, not wasting any time. That middle was much better. Just the aggression on Planet Express's like train side and their choke, they just couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, you can see Planet Express is running off classes. Mookie is already on Pyro and Tommy is on NG. He should get level 2 or level 3 sentry like straight away, but that doesn't stop anything from the big disadvantage of their Ubers. They pushed in, they got down sentry, they got down Pyro. Now they just need to focus the point. Maybe just suicide one scout, or yeah, they definitely got it.
Yeah, exactly. Like with a entry and a Pyro, I'd say you could have a 50% chance of holding last even versus an Uber with non-Uber, but like the medic and the pocket just left the Pyro alone top right, and usually you can keep healing the Pyro to defend last, and I think that might have been why they lost those two players too quick to have a chance of defending overall. Laidback chose to roll out a window this mid, and they have a soldier behind now after doing some early aggression to him, but they just choosing to leave him behind, hoping he won't do much, which he is struggling. Yeah. Oh, he managed
and he got
to get
destroyed by Bonkers.
Yeah.
That's very well played by Bonkers. Even he was his medic, but they got mate. Scrubby is still alive with just 40%, so they have big chance of pushing back to mate when they get their Uber.
Yeah, that was looking really dodgy from Mookie at the beginning there, because they kind of just didn't. No one looked at him, and I feel like Pablo knew he was behind, but he just decided to just hope for the best. And Mookie in the end had like 6 rockets on him, and even though he did get a shot, he managed to get one rocket out from the air, finished him off. And yeah, Scooby didn't have that much percentage, but it's still a big advantage.
They seems to be ready to push straight in through the house. I very hope Kritzberg is ready to bail like very soon. The Uber was triggered like very early, but they didn't get anybody with that. That's very poor gameplay by them right now. But they're still getting aggressive and losing both of the soldiers. They should lose more of the players. Sheeper is gonna die like very soon. He managed to trade with the scout, which is very well played by him even in that clutch situation. But it's only Scrooby and Ico alive, and both of them gonna die very soon. Very well played by Kritzberg.
Like that Uber into mid, even though most of Kritzberg were gathered up at choke, they just didn't seem like to take much damage, and then they quickly picked off the overextenders. Like Sheepy got in and got 2 frags, which nearly salvaged the situation, but when it was Kritzberg's turn to Uber, and they just managed to catch out Scooby and the demo completely. I know they're trying to take this all the way to last. They were running a sniper on Mookie, but he was completely alone, so it's an easy pick. He was probably just going for a hero shot, but missed it. And I feel like Kritzberg could just keep pushing, but they probably heard the sentry and they realize they have a 30% advantage, so at least they'll know they have some sizable advantage, so they're just gonna wait for that now.
I think it would be very smart to like just rush the point. It's now I think there's some money in this tournament, so I wouldn't really rush anything.
Yeah, especially versus the sentry and the heavy. They do just Uber in. Oh, but they leave layback, exposed main, and the heavy drops down to get the scout as well. And yeah, that Uber could backfire completely because the soldier was just left alone to try and take down the sentry when he needed at least someone else with him. But layback didn't push in for them, and he wasn't able to spam through main because of the heavy and the soldier. And now Planet Express are wasting no time and using their Uber advantage to repush. Kritzberg are out of lobby, have a relatively decent position, and they managed to force the Uber from Planet Express quickly because of it.
Yeah, even they're gonna lose the second most likely, it's still very well played by them. They didn't lose anybody during that Uber from Planet Express, and they managed to kill Sheepy, which is most likely their best player, and everybody else is just dying left and right. This should be like very easy last. But there's still a sentry.
Oh, but they have Uber, they should get this. Yeah. But yeah, in that situation, Sheepy overextended the reset when he should have been capping the point, and then it forced Planet Express to try and cap Spire with both their soldiers and the demo when they needed at least 2 of their heavies to be pushing the enemy team away, so it just meant they were all clumped up on Spire taking damage without a scout capping, which means it wasn't very quick either, so they couldn't even get the point capped in time and just got damaged basically.
Sheep is very notorious from doing that. There's loads of me raging on him because of that. But let's take it to the Smith. Ico is getting destroyed on points. It's just 20 HP, he needs to bail, but meanwhile Isun is on the choke killing Tommy, but getting destroyed by Screwball. But this is still should be for Kritzberg because they have like better healed up players. He could just 27 HP and then he's gonna die first. Very soon,
he might actually get out. Yeah, they just let him get out, and they're still taking damage from the medic as well. The medic still might get another frag. No, actually, Bonkers managed to just get out with 17 HP. But yeah, that middle, that was really nice aggression from both the Kritzberg Solis on their shithouse for Planet Express, but in the end, they managed to loot their medic while Screwball got out due to some nice medic DM, and now that means they can retake mid with the Uber if they need. But
I would expect Promo to play sniper right now. I think he's very notorious for being like a great Highlander sniper, so he should very abuse it. But meanwhile, Planet Express is ready to push through resupply area. Their Uber was popped, and there is really no one to kill right now. Just Laidback was exposed, and there's just so many frags going on.
He was in on the medic, it gets him, and now it's just both the soldiers alive, and one of them's, they're too weak. They knew they had a big advantage, so it didn't really matter that they popped Dilly and rushed through main, and getting the demo meant it was going to be hard for them to hold last, and no one could really block second since the scout got core off a reset. So now 2-2 again tied up, and 5th middle, both demos around the same time again. Actually, Iku got the advantage this time, but didn't get the really sticky scout at shithouse for Kritzberg catches Rocket, and now they've got 4 people on their train. Scouts coming in behind them. Meanwhile, the aggressive players of Kritzberg got picked up as well, so now they're forced to go for the medic, Screwball, but he's saving well underneath the point. And just Bonkers is alive and doesn't know where he is, but he manages to jump that slope, but players just sponge that rocket for him. And what a great middle from Planet Express.
Yeah, I was wondering what Iku is gonna do on this mid, because Laidback was just dominating most of them, or Iku was just getting focused down so well.
Yeah, but then again, Neo, very solid defense on their train, and the scout flanked Kritzberg shithouse when they just as they started to push over the point, which means Laidback no longer had the advantage. Now, big advantage from Planet Express, but
they are still exposed. Few players in top lobby from Kritzberg.
Yeah.
They need to bail very soon and try to defend their last.
Yeah, they were trying
to
forward hold, and it worked quite well for a little while, but they didn't get the force, so they decided to get back quickly. And it's still not enough delay to get them Uber. They have the heavy top left, just trying to sponge as much as he can. He should go down soon. That's the only pick so far, though. It could be okay for Kritzberg, but they don't even have any stickies on the point, so... And most of them were in spawn, so yeah, not in a position to defend. It's a nice try, but... Yeah, either the stickies got cleared, or he just forgot to put them on in the first place, which they really needed to like get them back into that last hold. It wasn't so bad. They took so long to kill the heavy.
Unfortunately for them, they just got pushed behind the point, and there's really not anything you can do but to keep in power of Planet Express on that last.
Yeah.
But promo is done very early by scattering of sheep, and now it allows to Planet Express soldiers to just go very aggressive. They destroyed Laidback with 2 direct rockets, and now they can just keep pushing in. It's just Bonkers and Pablo alive. But
yeah, Formello's aggression on their train for Planet Express was really just basically alone. Like the scout didn't really manage to get on point to help him, so he was an early pick. And then as soon as he went down, that meant the Planet Express soldiers free to do their double bomb, and yeah, just wrecked everyone on the Kritzberg train.
Yeah, we're gonna see even Uber situation of last push of last hot of Kritzberg, but Wonder is actually running sniper over Promelo. This is very interesting, but Mookie is sniping as well, so I would believe there's gonna be a big stalemate right now, which shouldn't be a problem for Planet Express because they are winning. So they wanna just cut the time as much as they can. I'm very wondering what they wanna do with this.
I don't know, I mean, I would expect them to just sacrifice the scout, probably sheepy in, just to go sniper or spy. We see Wonder peeking main here, but he's not really getting anywhere. I feel like Planet Express, they're just playing so... okay, they already have a sniper.
Yeah, this is just gonna be a stalemate for a couple of minutes. Like, Mookie just needs to get his buff back in and then try to peek somebody. I wouldn't really go for a sniper in this situation, just try to go for someone else. Because sniper on Badlands Lance has the advantage of you can just stand next to a medic and get healed up constantly. But the other sniper need to push out some bay. I don't really think this last is the best to snipe if you need to push, but well, I think they just want to cut some time, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's still 16 minutes, it's only a 1 round difference, so Kritzberg don't have to do anything crazy. They do try to spam main a bit, but nearly catch Mookie, but at the same time Formello nearly died too. But it means quite a while since Mookie will have another chance to repeak, and yeah, he's not going for the sniper duels at all. Oh, here we go actually. Yeah, that's the early pick, so now he should be able to get a better position to get a shot off on Pablo. Or they just go for trade. Yeah. The smart move by Bonkers to try and get behind on the Uber to pick off the sniper, but he doesn't manage to find him. Meanwhile, Neo is left in last as Pablo blocks him.
But Pipe Express step on and pushed in, they managed to kill Bonkers, but everybody else is just dying. They need to bail like very quickly, but there's a sniper on Mookie and he's gonna die very soon, as well as Screwball. That's very unlucky for them.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Bonkers to take the Uber straight in main past the players, knowing that the point was well defended by laid back stickies, and he managed to get so much damage off on the Planet Express players that most of them will fall back, leaving Neo alone on last, and then the rest to be cleaned up. And now that leaves Kritzberg, meaning getting back to second and also have a sizable Uber advantage again, just spamming a bit in choke. be interesting to see where they take this through. Maybe house or choke. The stickies are on house and train, so it would be probably safer to go through choke, but they don't know that.
That's just the advantage of being a spectator now.
Yeah.
But Mookie is still on sniper, so seems like he's gonna go for a hero shot, but Pablo was forced very early, and now it's just equal, overextended in choke, and rest of the players just need to really try to do something about the advantage of Planet Express. Scuba just popped with 10 HP. I think he just got his Uber.
He just caught the pipe and then Ubered straight after. But it was a panic pop, so it means they won't be able to actually do much with that Uber. And again, Kritzberg have the advantage, but since both teams are 2 players down, this is pretty much anyone's second point. But Eco dies again after just respawning.
It's very unlucky. Scorbo is very weak, that might force them go back to their lobby.
Nice
I think
shot from
Mookie is
Mookie.
gonna die as well.
Yeah, and the spawners favour Kritzberg in this situation, meaning they will be able to get Spire. It was really unlucky for Eco. I think he probably rolled out drop down and got picked off by the Roma, which means that you can't really defend Spire without your demo man, or at least it makes it 2 times harder.
Yeah, and if Kritzberg's not gonna push straight away, which wouldn't be that good for them, because you can see that Pyro and NG right there, and Scuba is very close to the Uber, so they actually don't know it. They try to sacrifice Scout in, which is very questionable, to be honest.
Yeah.
It seems like he just wants to off class or anything. There's still loads of time, so they can just time it as much as they want.
Yeah,
But
exactly. But we see, predicting that Wonder will probably off class, Mookie has decided to go Spy. He's trying to get in top lobby. He managed to get through the spam, and he's pretty close to Pablo right now. You might be able to hear him. Pablo, I'm pretty sure you heard him, yep. Gets picked instantly. He just tried to decloak too close to him, and now with that pick, they just decide to trade Ubers, hoping probably to push back in. It's still a number advantage, but they don't manage to force the Uber for Scrooby due to the Pyro and Heavy, which is terrible. This means they'll have to get out, surely.
They
But
didn't
still
even go
sounded-
to center.
Yeah.
This is very unlucky for Kritzberg. They should be aware of the Uber of Planet Express, and they should be bailing very soon. But Bonkers is still on the balcony. He then seems to like to chase him, and he's getting decent damage on Eco. Eco is on 50 HP, so he can't push straight away. But Frommel managed to get behind and kill Scrubbo. I have no idea what's happening right now.
Yeah, Daisy Dogs is split completely between trying to cap Spire and protecting the oil medic. CP was pretty weak on that Spire, trying to cap it alone. Meanwhile, Bonkers was just left like untended to for so long that he managed to pick off Scooby. And yeah, this means 100% Uber advantage for Kritzberg. Scooby isn't even up, so they should be able to get at least a pick this time, or the sentry. Sentry's going to go down now. Kritzberg, no, Planet Express, sorry, are rotating through spawn to top right, but they've already sacrificed someone on the point, meaning they'll be able to cap it and finish it off quickly before they can get out of spawn. Tying it up again, 7th mid.
Yeah, I really wonder what Iku's gonna do big on this mid, because like even the last mid was very good for him. He still gets focused like everywhere he moves. So I just wonder like what's he gonna do. I think the other demo decided to go balcony. That's slided bars, I would believe. So
yeah, but so much aggression, but it doesn't manage to do anything. Like Pablo is still over 100 HP, which means they can just clean up now. They sent 3 players with Pablo at their choke, but it didn't even get a single frag with that.
Yeah, that was very well played by like both defensive scout and pocket soldier from Kritzberg. One of them just destroyed Mookie so hard, and the other one just airshotted the other scout who was trying to get on Pablo. It's very well played by them. I think they have like the confidence right now. Like the momentum is on their side like 100%. Like last 5 minutes maybe they were just trying to push on the last.
Yeah,
so
like they've
they just have
basically
so
been
much
in control
advantage.
for the last 5 minutes, and that last round defense from Dogs was pretty. Well, their repush, onto Spire was pretty abysmal, which yeah should give confidence to the Kritzberg team, like you said. But the double donk gets both Bonkers and Wonder. Now the Pyro can't go down. Oh, Laidback manages to get him in the end. Probably the Pyro ran out of gas for the reflex. But yeah, Laidback gets left in alone, and what looks so such a good advantage for Kritzberg. Just got annihilated by 2 double donks.
Yeah, he could just manage to go absolutely amazing on that last. Like, that's just the problem of Kritzberg right now, because they always push the same side, and he just managed to spam it with his double donks, and they can't try to do anything about that. It's so poor from them. They should try to push some other way, but still trying to fight for Spiral. Lightback is gonna die to 2
Two people are going last, but it's too late. They managed to cap the Spiral quickly, even though Neo goes back. But actually, the Kritzberg team, I was going to say they might be able to clean up the Planet Express and recap, since most of the scout and the medic is so weak. He misses every single pistol.
Amazing.
Oh, Sheepy.
Not the dog scent anymore. Yeah. Well, that's such a big play by Pablo. He managed to survive. He got 1 slide from Sheepy, so they have massive Uber advantage right now. Mookie is already dying in house, so they have nothing to fear right now, because the Romo is dead. They have big advantage. They can just get this mid like very easy, maybe even take it to the 2nd point. But
Neo is jumping in by a beautiful air pipe from laid back. Means he can't even get close to Pablo. He managed to get some good damage from their train, but they still don't have to use. But that might have just delayed them enough to allow Screwball to get Uber, which he does, but they won't be able to block. And I think they have seen them go through house, so there should be an Uber trade around Haunter. Actually, they opted to go even further behind them. Both Ubers traded. We'll just see. This is going to come down to who gets picked off at the flanks. And Mookie was alone in house, so now this should be. Oh, but the sticky trap was still a choke from earlier, since they pushed all the way for reset, and he kept it up the whole time. Some nice spam from Insu, takes down Screwball, which equalizes the Ubers, and it's a 3 vs 3 with the health better for Kritzberg. And I'm surprised Kritzberg still managed to get that, even with that sticky trap. There is a soldier on their demo now who does get picked, but he's so weak. Surely he can't get any more frags.
But I don't think this means basically anything right now. He just died anyway, but the Ubers are roughly equal. Like, they maybe don't know, but both of the medics actually have just medigun, so no crits for any team. That's actually very surprising, because I'm so sure Lightback just loves his crits.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, if he had taken crits, he's already got a slight advantage of about 15%, so if he had crits it would have been definitely probably a good idea, but he's not going to know, since both medics died roughly at the same time, and it's such a messy fight, so much was going on, it was hard to guess. I think we have a pause?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, let's see, they will get their Uber, just, is it, oh, I can't see because of my HUD, but I think it's a 10% advantage for Kritzberg. The sentry this time is top right, no other off classes so far. So I'm not sure if they're going to just take it straight in to try and trade, or try and get an early pick on Screwball. I think that would be a bit too ambitious, and they're probably not going to risk that, considering how the game's gone so far.
On the note of how the game's gone so far, it's been really back and forth, and we've seen, well, we have both teams scoring up 3-3 at the moment. So is this sort of what you guys would have predicted?
Well, Politics. Oh, they actually just unpaused.
I think it was again for the joining, but just quickly, I would say it's more or less how I would have seen it going, just based on like the individual comparisons of both teams. Although I would say Pablo, well, I'm just basically impressed by Screwball so far this whole tournament. Like, he's definitely been keeping up with Pablo, and I think we get back into the game now.
What do you think is going to happen in this last push?
Well, that was I think a level 3 sentry just went down top right due to one soldier. Now Wonder follows up on that. Since there's no sentry, he managed to rush that scout down and get out bottom right. But both movers are still traded with no further frags coming in, which means Sex should be able to still hold on to this. Even though Kritzberg have got some good position top right, they do sacrifice onto the point 2 players, and they just keep getting people on there, and the heavy can't make it in time.
Yeah, Lightback just went so huge on that. He managed to get everybody on the point with his sticky traps, or just sticky spam, so it was like very easy for everybody else to just get in and get some other frags, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Since the sentry went down top right, it was just so easy for the flank of Kritzberg to get in and just like sacrifice people onto the point. And I'm not sure if it was a respawn or a scout changing class, the heavy was too late, but anyway, the double soldier aggressing from Planet Express mid again. Onto the medic. Neo gets 2 huge frags onto both the soldier and the demo. Unfortunately, Mookie doesn't manage to find the medic, but the damage has been done, and they're forced to get out anyway. And they might just go down anyway. Yeah, Pablo is completely alone. There's no way he's surviving this. Decides to kill Bind, doesn't give them the satisfaction.
I'm very impressed by Planet Express. Like, how can they handle this team? Because I know these players played so much together. They always like to mix together, and they even
Sniper might just be able to equalize this out. He goes down, drop down.
Oh my god, he's just went so huge there. Oh my fucking god. It's just such a good play. He just saved his team so much. He went for a hero shot and he managed to hit it. Very well played by Promo. And he didn't even die. That's very well played. He managed to drop their medic. He made it back to their spawn and back to the lab. That's very well played.
Yeah, and Kritzberg wasting no time on that medic pick. Rush down, drop down. Pick the soldier who was hiding. But they've got 2 players on last still. They're just so scared of the back cap that leaves their medic undefended since only Bonkers was with him. Laid back overextends, thinking his team's still pushing, not aware that 2 players went back. And I feel like Kritzberg just, that was nerves probably. Like they had such a good push through drop down, but the stickies on main picked the scout, which meant they couldn't get any cap time. And now Planet Express pushed straight in with that from every direction. And not even losing people to the stickies, like I think it was Sheepy just perfectly baited the stickies on point, so he didn't even die to them. And yeah, that even though that was such a nice medic pick, the rest of his team just, I don't know, it's just nerves probably lost them that push. Which
yeah, it was
means
very unlucky.
And another middle. Mookie very fast onto laid back on balcony, doesn't manage to pick him. Eco is very weak, gets arrowed. And laid back didn't get arrowed, so he goes down. But the soldier bombings from Kritzberg just too much.
He died very shortly, but he got arrowed and he's still alive. He's on just 15 HP and he just needs to dodge his spam, but I don't think it's possible. He managed to dodge all the rockets. Very well played by Neo.
Thick healing from Screwball there.
So there's still another stalemate situation, but both tubers being like almost equal. Tommy went to his main engineer again, and Mookie is sniping. That means there's almost nobody watching left side from eyes of pushing team, so they might be able to rush it and try to sacrifice the price on the point, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. The sentry is top left and not top right anymore. And yeah, this last 15 minutes we've just seen whoever wins the mid seems to just roll all the way into last. They're bombing into from main. He does get a nice rocket on the... actually no, it didn't connect, so Screwball isn't even that weak. And also I think Wonder tried to get in bottom right while he bombed in, but probably got taken down by the stickies. And but Express just don't want to push off that. But the sniper's got so far out top. Oh, he just managed to get the shot though.
Even they managed to get 2 kills. Neo died during that kill exchange, and Mookie was still on sniper. And I don't think they wanted to push without their without the core of the team, which is finished because of Neo. But
yeah, definitely. And also 2 picks. That 1 person advantage isn't really enough to push out, even especially since both teams still have their Uber charges.
There are just 2 minutes left. Mookie is very exposed. He's gonna die. Like, this might be an opening, but there's still 2 minutes left. So if Kritzberg just managed to score this last push, they actually can push to their last.
Yeah, they did the same mistake as last time, where they just send 1 soldier top left, and he's not going to be able to kill the sentry by himself. You need at least 2 people spamming it. But now that means Screwball, again has to pop his Uber, as the sentry's just sponged everything. And it's a nice double donks from main. Keep laid back out from spamming the sentry. I think they have actually switched from sentry now. Mookie is still playing sniper though and picks the demo. Surely Planet Express should push by now. Although there is only 1 minute 20 left, so they might be playing for the golden cap nation.
Yeah, definitely. Like they had some time if they would total destroy Kritzberg when they got that pick, but right now it's just impossible to get another round. It's 1 minute 10, so there's no way with it's a little bit of defense. There's no way they can actually manage to get to the other team's lot, but the sniper is pushing so far in. He managed to connect his shot, but it still doesn't matter.
But this delay, the fact that they didn't push out has left Pablo to get his Uber charge once again. Oh, he gets found bomb left. He drops the Mookie. The 2 Sam rockets. And
needs to be golden cap. No,
yeah, Planet Express still know it. They've got even less time now, so they're still not going to push. But I think that Mookie play, like Pablo was just trying to milk it for so long, and it was looking pretty good. But just to do directs, he was completely lone bottom left.
Yeah, it was just unlucky by him. Well, I wonder what these teams, if they don't manage to back up, which I don't think is possible right now because they have Stickies and Soldier on the point and just 7 seconds left. I wonder what they want to do in the golden cap, like change the mid completely or just keep trying the same thing.
Yeah, it's a slight advantage for Kritzberg there, because as you see they already kind of gave up and they were definitely talked about the last middle. Meanwhile, Planet Express was still like on full alert on their last, but now, yeah, we'll see like the double soldier bombing on the Kritzberg train has been working so well last few mills. And the only times Kritzberg have won a middle is where it's like the scouts haven't died early and Laidback is stayed alive. So I'm not sure, it's just going to depend, I think, on where Laidback decides to roll out and by chance where Mookie decides to bomb.
If I would be one of the players of Planet Express, I would not ready up for maybe next 5 minutes, because they may want to just kill that momentum of Kritzberg, because they are definitely dominating right now.
Yeah, like you saw Kritzberg just, they were in control for most of that last 15 minutes. Even though it was back and forth, it just felt like mostly Kritzberg were making less mistakes, but Planet Express has just good middles that it won them so many rounds.
Said, I think earlier on that you thought Kritzberg choked a little bit there, and again we saw them basically choke a little bit on that last push with Pablo dropping Uber to spam rockets as well. Do you think that's going to come into it in the golden cap?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, sorry,
go. Alright, thanks. I wouldn't believe so, because he was just trying to make his super so much, so he makes like the big advantage for his team. I think it was just pop. He didn't just pop it or like drop it because he's a bad player. He just wanted to make that advantage.
Yeah.
There was like nothing to do.
And it wasn't like a win or lose situation either. It's not like he lost in the game. It just means they perhaps didn't win. Like even if he had Ubered, I think I wasn't sure if that in that situation if Screwball even Ubered either. So it would have still been an even Uber situation. So he knew he had to hold on for as long as he could and not pop for them to have any sort of chance at winning the last. So the fact that he dropped, I don't think it's going to affect Pablo that much.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we are going to be going live, I think. Yep, there we go. Both teams now readied up for this golden cap. This is going to be the golden cap for the first map. Whoever wins this will get, obviously, the first lead up. It's going to be, once again, someone take me the middle.
Alright, let's see what... I'm very curious what Flyback wants to do on this mid, because I really feel like they are the dominant team right now, and he should keep doing it. The demos are in the same time on the mid, but Flyback is so much weaker than Ico right now. He needs to get all the heals right now. No one is going aggressive so far, but both of the soldiers from Kritzberg just went absolutely huge again, but there's still everybody weak from their team.
Yeah, both Tommy and Insu are chasing in house. They should be able to find Screwball. He does get an Uber, so he's on the medic as well. But he does get taken down eventually. But yeah, Laidback was weak that middle, but no, Mookie decided not to bomb in that mid, which is very interesting seeing as he's been doing it so much. And it felt like Planet Express were kind of scared that middle since they had at least 5 people on their train playing together. And as Laidback didn't die early, he was able to re-push and just collapse on them along with the bombing soldiers, which meant they all got caught out. And now that's a huge advantage for Kritzberg. You see obviously Planet Express doing as they always do with the Pyro and a sentry top left, but and Kritzberg have been really struggling with these pushes into the sentry, just trying to focus it down and not get anywhere. So we'll see if they're going to try something different, maybe try to pick a soldier bomb right or double spam the sentry from main, which is what I would go for. But they're actually taking Laidback this time, which I think is new. They should definitely get the sentry this time. It's so weak. It finally goes down. The Pyro's still on them with quite a sizable amount of HP. He's got so much damage and just distraction on them. And Laidback got blown down into main, which means he was left alone out of the Uber and got picked off. Meanwhile, someone else got picked off on the flank along with Insu as Neo and Scout rush bomb right, and now they're just going straight for the Spire. They still haven't got their Uber yet, which means they are a bit of a risk since Kritzberg will get their spawners.
Opponent managed to get behind. He's unscrewable. He got
by a lovely shot by Neo.
Neo. Very well played by Neo. Screwball is... He didn't even manage to damage him so badly. He's still on 100 HP after all the regen, but
yeah,
they pushed
and
him.
as they push through house, eventually got the health back. The early bomb from Neo cut laid back off completely, and they're still going through choking this, since they know Pablo won't have it. He was on 97, but he goes down, and now these players, Bonkers is so weak as well, and the Scout is all alone, so he must be cleaned up as well. I feel like there might be a soldier behind on mid, no, but he can't do much either. This is a Scout with the height advantage, so he gets out reset, and now Kritzberg will get their spawners in time for last, but it's still, Planet Express still have a huge advantage, and don't struggle as much with the last pushes so far this game.
Yeah, they should try to learn from Kritzberg mistakes. Like, try to be a little bit more decisive when they want to push, and which way. Because pushing top left against the Pyro isn't really working as much as we all would like to, but...
It's definitely just the focuses, I think. Like, if you took a Scout in a demo, top left, you'd be able to kill the Pyro, but since there's a sentry there as well. Anyway, they do Uber straight away in top left. Sheepy gets the Pyro instantly, which is exactly what Kritzberg needed to do. And now he switches over to top right, he gets a soldier, he's on the demo as well. Demo's weak, I think you're arrowed as well, and now they're just collapsing on point, and that's game this map to Planet Express.
Very well played by Sheepy on that last push. I think he, from what I played with this guy for months, and every time he gets like a very good game, and he did have like very good games against Danger Dogs, he just keeps rolling all night. He's just like the confident base player.
And I think due to the Razor setup, they will need to probably ready up and switch map or server again.
The server will restart essentially while the map switches. But let's have a look. Have a quick look at the logs. Hopefully, David's brought them up on stream. I believe they're in chat. Right now, we see quite a bit of interesting stuff from the logs. Bonks and Layback doing the most damage. Main game, of course. We're not looking at the Golden Cap logs just yet.
Yeah, but as you can see, there's 4 players for Planet Express up there, and Sheepy is up there too, which is like very interesting from you because it shows that he's really outclassing the Kritzberg Scouts, and Scouts can be so important on Badlands. Like, it's not particularly sided to any particular class, but there are certain maps where certain types of classes are favored, and Badlands, if you have good Scouts on Badlands, it can definitely do a lot, and you saw Sheepy basically won them that last push, focusing down the Pyro. But Laidback and Bonkers did definitely do a lot of work on the mills, which meant that they won basically nearly as many as Planet Express. And Laidback, yeah, the off-classing a lot of the time on last, and
even Tommy like died most of the mids like very early. He's smart enough of the player to realize when his team cannot win the push or cannot win the mid. So he just managed to get like level 3 center every time they were in the losing situation. So that's even Tommy doesn't look that shiny in the logs. He still did his job like very well. Like, I think Tommy is like possibly like the best scout with Sheepy in the scout combo, because Sheepy is very like heavy heal, like based scout and chaser, and meanwhile Tommy is just keeping everything and taking care of the flank and of classing as well. But Wonder really not performing as much as I would expect him to do. Well, it's maybe just because of loads of stalemates during this game, so you can't really get like many kills or or like a lot of damage as a scout in the stalemate situations. But I don't know, maybe I would expect him to off-class more, or just like try something new. If something is not working for you, you should try something else like straight away, especially in the important games like this.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Mike mentioned that he was very impressed with Screw B as well, and if you look at the main game stats, he was actually getting a ton more healing out than Pablo. Both medics did drop, unfortunately once. Pablo right at the end, and Scrooby, I don't remember when he dropped, but did.
He he managed to get 2 slices and then he dropped. It wasn't technically a
Yeah,
drop.
yeah, I remember that. It was that one.
Oh yeah, he actually dropped to headshot as well.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's really not anything what you can really do about it. Like if you just get headshot as a medic, it's not your fault, in my opinion. If you don't move like total spec.
As we go forward into the next map, it's going to be Snakewater. Mike was again mentioning that Badlands is a very scout-focused map. Snakewater obviously is a different map. How do you think the two teams are gonna match up
I would
on
believe
Snakewater?
because of the soldier coordination on mid we are witnessing from Kritzberg, I think they might have better advantage because at Snakewater mid one of the teams is always forced to go more aggressively on the mid. And if you have like accurate like soldier bombs on the mid, it's just the easiest mid for you, honestly.
Yeah,
So
we saw some really good soldier bombs actually in this map. From
yeah,
from Kritzberg.
yeah, like as I said, these guys played so much together. Like I think they're like also real life friends. They live very close to each other. I'm good friend with Pablo, so he tells me a lot of stuff about them. And they just play off and on all the time and make like the same mixes and same teams from last seasons. I think they should be in on the paper. They should be in advance because Plant Express is just a new team. If you compare them to Kritzberg,
Yeah, yeah. Well, as we rejoin the server,
yeah,
um,
I would try to believe this is gonna be map in advance for Kritzberg because you
fair
can
enough. So,
also see a lot of classing on this map. And as I said before, Promro is excellent sniper, so I would believe he can run as much sniper as he wants to.
well, you say that talking about off class. Mookie is playing. I think every single map that this is the fourth map that I've cast him in, and he's played at least 5 classes every single map. So, I mean,
I always like the Romer like this, like which are very not very just soldier based, but they
yeah.
can also play different classes. That's something I always wanted to be, but I'm very poor of classes, so I think that's not for me, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, so you think it's going to come down to the mids being won by the double soldier bomb
Yeah,
from the Kritzberg, and you think also Fromolo's going to beat Mookie in the off-classing war because yeah, Fromolo
if
was a Prem Highlander sniper before he joined Crack Clan as well.
yeah, I think it actually wasn't Crackland. I think it was Cool Clan.
Oh,
It
cool.
sounds
Yeah,
very
yeah,
similar. It was the team with Admirable. And I don't think they weren't very good in Prime, but I think that season was also very strong. So I don't know if it really matters. Like these players are obviously very good. But
yeah.
I honestly think the double soldier bomb on this map is gonna be like the most important part. If Sheepy and Tommy won't just go absolutely huge on top, there's like nothing to stop Bonkers and whoever the other soldier was because they were switching their classes so much. I think both Formula and Isu played both of them played like 10 minutes of soldier, maybe even
Yeah.
more. They were switching a lot. It was
Yeah,
very confusing for me.
they played. Insu and Fromolo played about 15 minutes each of Scout and Soldier, essentially. So they swapped about halfway through the map and didn't change map. Didn't change back, and then Fromolo was scouting for the Golden Cap. So it'd be interesting to see if they carry that on for this map as well. Mike, Nation said that basically he thinks that the double soldier bomb from Kritzberg is going to be so huge on this middle, and he pegs Kritzberg to win this map. What's your opinion on that?
Is it the same IP? Because I don't
Yeah.
know which map it is.
Yes.
Okay, I'll
Just
reconnect now.
retry. It's going to
Yeah.
be Snakewater.
Oh yeah, definitely. Snakewater can be huge for double soldier bombs, and I feel like layback will be less likely to. They'll probably take less damage on this middle. I know you are at risk sometimes in this middle, but I played against him in pickups quite a few times on Snakewater, and he's very solid on these middles, like with the defensive stickies and the right spam. He's harder to hit than he looked like he was on Badlands. So, and Bonkers and Formello, I feel like generally if you have two teams of equal skill, or teams like these, if they're playing Badlands, even if one is slightly better than the other one, it doesn't matter since they both play Badlands so much. Like Badlands is generally just that map that like it evens out differences between less sort of developed teams and the more stable ones. But when you go into a map like Snakewater, which is a bit less practiced and a bit less played, that's when the differences start to become more apparent. And I think that should mean Kritzberg have the advantage here, especially with the heavies.
That's for sure. Like also on this mid, I think Lightback should be in also a big advantage, because whenever you roll out on this mid, you always have that kind of info from where their players can be going. And I think he was slightly faster than Ikon every single mid, so I think he can go very huge.
Yeah, and also the double, the fast bombs that we saw from Mookie on Badlands are a lot less common on this map. They're a lot harder to do, and also if you do them, you're going to have a lot less HP than you would on Badlands. So that was something that definitely hindered laid back last mid that we won't see happening so much on Snakewater. And yeah, as you said, he will get a lot of early information for Kritzberg, which should lead to some really good double soldier bombs for them. It just depends if Wonder and Insu can, I feel like, play a bit better this time, as they will need to be good at defending against the jumping or aggressive Planet Express players at middles.
Yeah, they actually need to step it up right now, because if they lose this map, I think they're out. Like they definitely lose this match, but I don't think anybody wants to do that. And we are actually going live. Can you take me to this mid, Mike?
Yeah, sure. I'll be watching laid back. He's already scuffed his rollout a little bit, but compared to Iku, yeah, Iku's already there, like miles ahead, and he's got the good early damage and the good information early on. So we were already wrong about laid back. Iku deciding to spam top right now. His soldiers following up that damage top right. We see the counter bomb for Formello in. He's not sure who to go for. He's on the demo and the medic. He doesn't get either of them. But both teams still haven't lost any critical players. It's 4 versus 4. Oh, beautiful fight from laid back, plus the aggression from Bonkers. Picks the screwball, but the scout quickly trades with laid back. And but yeah, as Pablo stayed alive, it meant they had better heals and a better chance to win middle in the end.
Like even the double summoner one looked like it wasn't really working, but they just went slightly like after each other, and Pablo managed to damage like every core player from Planet Express and Lightback, or not Lightback, but Lightback and Bonkers just could basically finish them off.
Yeah, like Formello's bomb was very early and his damage was very split, but it did leave Iku really weak, which meant he did go down shortly after, and then from then on Kritzberg could clean up, and now they're pushing top left as they managed to pick off the Mookie sniper on the left side. They do see the sentry, they're going to focus it together with laid back. That will go down quickly. Their Uber is just about to come off though, but they're already on their side. They're all over Planet Express right now. Mookie will respawn just now, and they have the heavy to delay, but both the scouts go down, and the heavy went down instantly pretty much, so first round to Kritzberg there.
Kritzberg. Yeah, that was very well played by them. Even the mid didn't look that well, they still managed to
yeah, they managed to get back into it
well.
at the end, yeah. And that was the important thing. Even though they didn't get the soldier synchronization at the beginning, the rest of the team managed to play together. Iku again is faster than layback this middle. He's got the same early damage on him. Tried to get top left damage on that scout, and then switch to the top right. He's still focusing that scout on the hut. The soldiers come in now as Iku pushes across the point, and Kritzberg is just far back right now. Formello tries to counter jump, gets a demo, and they have a scout behind as well at the same time, but he hasn't really managed to do that much damage to anyone, and Tommy cleans him up. Everyone just kind of sponged that damage from that scout together. He wasn't going for anyone in particular. They leave the scout to cap last while Pablo's already out. Wonder might possibly get caught here. He is so weak in lobby, but he manages to escape under, and Pablo is still alive, even though. But his Uber is only 50%, and Screwball has a massive advantage. But Mookie still goes sniper, so I guess they're not going to push straight away, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's something I wouldn't expect from teams on this kind of level to just they have knowledge of having advantage, but they still run the sniper. I don't know if there's some kind of lack of communication, but
Yeah, I guess they underestimated how big their advantage was, but they should have, like, teams at high level would know that, like, Pablo would be around 50% since he wasn't healing for so long. Him and Wonder were really split, which maybe they didn't see, but they did fall out separate ways, and Wonder did take, and they did fall out at separate times as well, which is why the advantage is so big. But yeah, I guess they knew they probably guessed it to be about 70-ish, and thought it wouldn't be enough by the time they got there. So unfortunate really, but yeah, we're just going to see some sort of sniper picks, hopefully. But although they're not going for each other just yet, both of them are weak and getting healed up currently.
yeah, they need to deny the soldier on left side. He's got damaged so heavily. He's just on 92 HP. There's no way he can defend the right side anymore. But actually, he rotated with Bonkers. That's very well played by them, and they just
Yeah, and Bonkers is
still
in on lobby, who picks up Iku, but he doesn't manage to get the sniper who was hiding away under. Meanwhile, Wonder pushed to the top right and did headshot Neo. I think he might have been going for Screwball, and Neo just tanked it. And yeah, he hasn't repeaked since he's so weak. I think Mookie might have got one camp. No, he was playing aggressively under by himself, and that means they're just going to push in since I think it was Iku was still dead from when Bonkers went aggressive, and both Dubas are trade on second. But the Kritzberg players are taking a lot of damage from Nico right now. The Scout and Soldier both weak. The Soldier goes down, but the weak Scout manages to come in on the reload cycle, and then overextends the Scout with his demo alongside him, overextending. Formello goes down too. It's just Pablo left alone on last right side. They're all so weak. Like an arrow could kill both the Scout and the Soldier, but yeah, he doesn't hit any. And yeah, tied up. It looks like we're gonna have a similar game to the last map.
Yeah, definitely. It was very unlucky for Kritzberg. I would believe they were winning that situation, but then Sheepy managed to pick up the other Scout, and since that it just started.
Yeah, and the
falling
Scout
down.
and Soldier were alone in lobby, who Neo just kind of bullied using the Uber. Meanwhile, Bonkers, who had the Kritzberg Uber, didn't manage to get anyone since second, was so big and everyone was so scattered. Eco again was faster. He hasn't really. Oh, beautiful pipe. Lands onto Wonder as he's trying to dodge around up top, and he gets killed instantly, along with Tommy spam. He's still spamming more pipes, so he gets some nice pipes onto the demo, onto the pocket. But now, yeah, that wasn't really good spam though. It's just he didn't take time to reload stickies, and that meant that most of his team were just jumping into fully buffed players. But he's still around on second. He catches layback overextended, but he himself might have be caught out here. No, he manages to get out, and he's still basically full. So that means. He wants to defend second as well. He is alone right now, Iku. But Mookie manages to get in from under while he's juking around in lobby and get the medic. And so now they picked up the Soldier as well, and they should be able to just clean this up. They hopefully won't be able to have to use super. He drops!
That's so unlucky. The lack of both of the teams is just so bad right now. The Promo just missed like very easy rocket on Echo, and he basically led him to just link up with his team, and then he just died to Scout and let his medic die as well. That's so unlucky.
Like they were just trying to chase Iku, but no one was damaging him. Meanwhile, Mookie jumped in from bottom, and they just went into second together, which I wouldn't expect them to try and block second. So Kritzberg definitely weren't expecting it, and yeah, it's unfortunate that they lost Screwball at the end there, Scout, but they're still pushing since they did have the number advantage in the end. And Sheepy. Yes, Bonkers, he's got the high ground along with his Soldier partner, but they are getting contested. Formello, though, too weak to really stay up there for long and gets picked off. Wonder instantly trades with Iku, I think, and Tommy got picked off somewhere along there as well. And but I think the spawns favor dogs, so Kritzberg decide to pull back a little bit.
Planet Express, not dogs anymore, unfortunately. But Mookie managed to get in and kill Pablo again. That's such
beautiful
a nice
from
bomb
window.
from him.
And no one even saw it. Like I was watching Insu's POV, and I could see Mookie on his screen, but he just completely unaware. And yeah, Insu was one of the players from last map who I felt was kind of underperforming. So that is a shame. since he was the only one on left side who was meant to be watching for these kind of bombs, and that means Planet Express and Not Dogs will push through left side onto grass. I am expecting Formello to try and get in. He is peeking under, but he didn't have a good enough position, and yeah, I feel like Kritzberg, all of their players were just too far back. After Pablo died, they should have got someone into a good hiding position to try and be ready to force him, but that means that Planet Express have a good Uber on us. They pick off the demo instantly. The medic is weak. Actually, no, they haven't really done much to the medic, but they got the soldiers instead anyway. And Eco had stickies around the point, waiting for the aggressive spawners to jump in to try and block, and yeah, they didn't need the medic, but it didn't matter.
They played it very, very safe. Like they just waited for all of the Kritzberg players to just bail back to their last. They still kept that 100% advantage of their Uber, and then they just managed to do enough counter damage on their opponents.
And Eco,
so they pushed them back to us and just
EQ is just like so much faster than all of these middles. He was just hanging around for a while, just waiting to see where they were going to come from. He could have probably got up some defensive stickies. But he's doing the same pipeline over the top, switching to stickies now to try and follow up on his soldier that went forward, but they got picked off instantly, and the scout behind picked off Screwball, so now this should be just an easy cleanup for Kritzberg, but Tommy and Mookie managed to get a last-ditch effort onto Pablo to take him down, which basically salvaged that mid from like the disaster that it was, meaning they will be able to definitely hold last, and maybe recontest second, as most of them do respawn imminently, and Kritzberg will not have any heals on second, so they could be really quick to repush this if they wanted. I think they are actually going to go through lobby, but no, they realized they were too late.
Yeah, like Tommy is already back on his main NG, and there's like anything to do right now. They just need to get their Uber, maybe try to get some lucky picks of overextending players, but still Pablo is running the Medigun, which can be a little bit not so smart, because they would be building very well, they would still get the advantage. But Mookie is on sniper. I don't see any of classes from Kritzberg, which also surprised me a lot, because this map will advance for snipers or spies, or basically any off class you want to run, but they just want to play this very safe play with standard of 6v6.
Yeah, I mean it is very hard to kill the sentry with the crits, but they would be able to snipe quite far along this map since it's not nearly as enclosed as Badlands. I think they did try to sacrifice Bonkers in somewhere there, but he didn't really get anywhere at all. Probably Tommy. Yeah, Tommy is the NG for Planet FS. I knew it. Knowing that Bonkers knew or found out where the sentry was, he decided to move it slightly, which is very smart. I like it when NGs do that, when they know someone is bombed in, so they decide to move the sentry, because half the reason you bomb someone in to last, as well as trying to force a medic or just to get a pick, is to find out where stuff is.
Yeah, we are back to stalemate situation. Like, both of the teams just need to get healed up. Bonkers is second back again. He missed 2 airshots on the sniper, but Layback died meanwhile, and they might even get forced. Layback finished the sniper at some point, but yeah,
wow.
there's a huge advantage for
What a pipe though from Iku. But yeah, the scouts, that was crazy. Bonkers was in completely alone. It just took him so long to die that his scouts decided to run in and help him, and in the end they got like a handful of frags and the force onto Screwball, and Pablo wasn't even like in on us, it wasn't even looking, so he still got his Uber, and Kritzberg got their spawners, so now they should be just ready to push. No off classes, nice pipe onto Iku, sends it back, he has stickies on the right side. Mookie picks off Wonder, which will really reduce their capping power, but the sentry goes down instantly, and they should be able to still focus the point with this Uber. It is just came off, Layback was left really weak, but he manages to get Iku with 7 HP, and as Iku was focusing the demo and not the point, it means it was an easy cap for Kritzberg. 2-2. Again, tied up round for round. Just trading rounds at this point.
Very well played by Pablo. Holding that Uber, not even popping for, I think it was a soldier who got piped there, but if he would pop him in, that would make 0 difference. With that Uber, they just wouldn't manage anything with that, but meanwhile we are back on the mate, and both of the soldiers from Planet Express are going very aggressive. Mookie is behind it, so he managed to kill almost everybody. He's putting so much damage, but he died at the end, and it's just Bonkers and Insu. They're completely separated, they cannot really...
Sick rocket. Yeah,
Great.
Eco has just been so much faster on every single one of these mills that it means Danger Dogs. There we go again. Planet Express has just been winning like the early mid fights every single time, and the only way Kritzberg have won these mills are when they've managed to like basically just get some clutch plays with their soldiers jumping around behind. But the spam from Iku on that mid was just spot on, and yeah, they just left Kritzberg too weak to do anything.
Yeah, like it could just. The thing is so faster, it makes it opening for both of his soldiers to just go aggressive, because they know there's a like opening damage on them, and Eber just got popped by Screwball. They managed to kill Laidback, but they lost their demo on the end. None of the demos on the
Maro is blocking it though, he's around on the point, he's still getting healed. He didn't manage to get the scout. If he managed to get that scout, it would have been a 2-on-2. He would have been weak, but he might have just been able to hold it in time for the respawners. But yeah, that was interesting from Iku. It looked a bit dodgy there for a second as he didn't focus the heavy and he just decided to stick at the point, and then as he wasn't really focusing the heavy just killed him. And as that was the same time as the Uber ran out. Laidback deciding to do a different rollout this time, avoiding the early spam. He's getting quick over on that left side by his kitchen. He's pretty far over than the point right now. Getting some nice spam onto Eco. You can see the soldiers coming aggressive onto him though. Spams a bit. Oh, and that soldier just got denied so hard by one Bonkers. And now that means Kritzberg can just push back pretty easily over the middle.
Yeah,
and,
this game is just up and down for both of the teams. Like every second mid, the other team just wins like so heavily, so they are able to push last like straight away.
Yeah, that was literally just Laidback going somewhere else in the middle, and Iku just completely lost his advantage since he was just so used to Laidback going that left side every time. The storeroom that he spammed most of his stuff over there, and he wasn't left with anything that left Laidback.
Yeah, but Moka is on spy. He's trying to get behind. I very wonder what he's gonna do with this off class. He didn't see anybody just yet. I think he wants to bail back to last because there's no one really to kill. I believe he's just gonna go. Oh, the Uber just got popped from Kritzberg, and they managed to get on Tommy and Sentry. Lightberg is still going in with this Uber. He just needs to focus the demo down. He's putting a lot of damage on him. He managed to kill him as well. Now it's just Smokey, Neo, and Sheepy. Both Smokey and Neo are so weak. Just Smokey on that heavy with 150 HP, and they managed to defend even with
Pablo does get out,
of heals.
but he's only got 4%, and he might be chased down by Sheepy here. Oh, he just barely dodges that arrow. I had the second one, and now unlucky for Pablo, but yeah, he stopped to get the health pack, and in the end it cost him. But the thing is, Kritzberg, when they pushed out last, they knew the sentry was on the right side, so they all went right side to focus it, but no one else is on the right side, so they were just kind of stuck on the right side without their Uber then, and then that meant that Planet Express could just barely hold that last.
And Muka is actually on heavy right now. He's pushing out Pursaw as a heavy weapons guy. I love this play. I just love to run heavy on every single map. And Neo just managed to kill Romero and Laidback, I think, straight away. That just opens this mid so easily for Planet Express. They can just retake and keep pushing. They maybe try to stack this point a little bit so Laidback doesn't get his forward spawn. They managed to do it, and they just can keep pushing.
Yeah, they've taken it in for Glass already. Having the heavy with them is actually great for Glass because it means these aggressive jumping soldiers are going to get denied instantly. Screwball did take quite a bit of damage, but yeah, the soldiers didn't get far thanks to the heavy. And they had a very nice defensive setup. They didn't overextend on that mid, they just kind of pushed together as a team through Grass. And now they're still going for last. They still have the advantage from when they picked Pablo on their own second. And now they're taking it in through right side with both scouts in the demo. I like this play when we rush both scouts to the point, but they're just rushing right side, trying to get the medic. They don't manage to get him, but instead they manage to get the demo, which means no stickies on point and an easy cap for Planet Express, which sees them take a 2-round lead for the first time in this series, I think.
I think this is the first time actually in this fixture when the team who lost the mid actually managed to win the round on the end.
Yeah, too, actually. Yeah, that mid from Kritzberg was very good with Laidback going bottom left. And actually, I don't know what...
I have no idea what's happening.
Ah, okay. I know Laidback's like late to mid, but I didn't think it was that mid-late, but yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to bet my unusual that Kritzberg is gonna win this mid, but luckily I didn't.
Your unusual isn't that good anyway, so
right.
wouldn't matter.
Yeah, I can just always get the other one, but
I guess both
this
teams
is-
is dealing with the issue. I guess it might be a Razor config. Generally, though, the Razor servers are very good, and I like the setup they have. But Kritzberg, even though they lost out in that middle, being the ones to push, they are the disadvantage after all. Bonkers get some really nice rockets onto Screwball. They both ended up Ubering at the same time. The scout Cheapy just like, as soon as the Ubers popped, he just decided to get out of there, go behind them, pick off laid back. Meanwhile, other players lost out in grass. Mello goes down 2 a little bit later, and he just leaves Bonkers and Pablo to survive. And I don't think they'll be able to hold last. Planet Express is just still going in.
They should be chasing like very heavily right now. It's just 2 players up. The rest of them is up now, but it was just such a big play by them. They were just hesitating so much on this, but they are still managed to get kills. Both of the scouts just died to Neo, and now it's just very weak Pablo, very weak Lightback, and Promolo with not even 200 HP. This should be very easy.
But Ferrello gets the scout. The soldier has so much HP. He's actually quite weak, but the medic doesn't matter.
Scrooby saved the day again. And Planet Express is actually surprising me so much right now. They are managing to be winning this so easily. It looks like it's just 10 minutes left with 3 rounds lead. This is very unfortunate for Kritzberg.
Yeah, it feels like it doesn't matter where laid back goes in the middle. They're still gonna lose the round overall. Even if they win the middle, they don't have much else for the first and last pushes. The double soldier aggression though from Monks and from Mello, which we talked about earlier, does do a lot of damage, which laid back manages to follow up on. And Neo is still alive with quite a substantial bit of HP on the mid, but doesn't manage to get enough done. Screwball did defend himself with arrows to get out successfully, and that leaves Tommy
Holy shit. Lightback just managed to get 4 kills with just pipes on this mid. Like, as much as we trash talk him right now, it's just showing us what he's capable of doing. This guy is still something to show us.
Well, it's just Kritzberg finally did what we expected him to in the pre-game when we talked about their double soldier aggression, which is beautiful from Bonkers and Frono. It's such well timed, and then Layback followed up on it beautifully. He gets rushed by Sheepy though, even after air piping him. Sheepy didn't go down and managed to get out through under with still 35 HP. And that's gonna really hinder Kritzberg. Like, just when they were starting to get back into this game, they lose 2 players trying to push their last. So now, but I doubt Planet Express will push.
No, even Promolo is on sniper. He's very far back, and Pablo just dropped. That's so like they need to bail so quickly so they don't lose any other player. And
they were only 4 players alive. Yeah, there were only 4 players alive, and they still decided to stay in lobby. What is this game?
Next drop. I don't know, mate. But Lightback managed to get eco, and Neo just got 2 counter picks. But they still might be able to defend second like very easily.
That was just flags left, right, and center right there. I wasn't exactly sure what was going on. I don't know why Kritzberg decided to stay in lobby with only after losing 2 players, and then just the full charge body shot onto Screwball. That's a bit dirty, but they had to get it, otherwise that could have been game over for them right now. Like, with that body shot, he just kept them in this game, just barely. Like, they only got 8 minutes left for 3 rounds. Like, they need to win this last push soon and get onto that next middle if they want to win this game, or draw even.
Yeah, in the situations like this, you just need to play dirty, you know, just get these body shots, try to drop the mic as much as you can, but I just believe Planet Express will try to be on their last as much as they can right now, unless they get like loads of picks. But on the other hand, Kritzberg wants to push so much. They just desperately need a pick from Sniper right now. But they are just spamming every single entrance he can try to push. He's peeking on the right side right now. Oh, he just missed the headshot on Eco, and I think we have a pause.
Yeah, we've finally seen the Fermello sniper. I think so far it's only been Wonder and Insu that I've noticed. And as you were saying in the last map, Fermello is a good Highlander sniper. But yeah, that looks like a good shot in the demo. I'm not sure if it was a headshot, but he was buffed anyway, so it doesn't mean he'll go down. Not exactly sure who timed out on this last. I hope it's not a medic, seeing as it's about 100 each. But yeah, as we see, Wonder was getting in through under, and 2 players were in for top right for Kritzberg. it looked like they were closing in on the medic, but interesting to see how turns out.
Yeah, we should get some time to actually talk about your team right now. I heard some. I don't know if it's true, but I think everybody would be like very happy to actually have this information. Is Stefan coming back, or is it just a bait?
The plan is for him to play for Lemmings in high, and then he'll milk every game for us. Oh, as I say that, Eden pauses, and just two such quick frags for Planet Express come in, but they still probably won't push off from that. Ball didn't get forced in the end, and Sheepy did try pushing, and they are actually trying to still edge lobby. This demo is overextended completely long, and they used the Uber actually since he did so much damage, and they Kritzberg Ubered a bit later than him, but Pablo is completely alone. He doesn't have anyone to Uber anyway, so he had such a bit at Uber, which became wasted. Romelo went down, and now Medic's weak now, with the soldier behind them, and Medic and demo spam onto Pablo. Pablo doing well to dodge all that though, and Laidback was stuck behind that whole time. They have a spy coming in as well, who's being healed by the Medic, right, and he's still healing him for so long. He decides to just give up trying to backstab him, just pistol him down, but he doesn't really do it. He doesn't hit him once, I think.
No, he actually didn't. That's so unlucky. I think they're just very nervous right now because they are just losing so hard right now. They just need to get these frags. This is just very poor play by the sniper or by the spy.
And he tried to take the teleporter.
Oh,
I don't know why he stopped
that.
Yeah, he should have just taken that teleporter and then juked the enemy team so hard. But anyway, he did pick the engineer and take down the sentry at the same time, which allows Kritzberg to push in, seeing as no team starts Uber yet. Pablo just gets his Uber, but Screwball is so close that he doesn't get it in time to defend it. And now it's 6 minutes and 42 rounds difference.
They managed to body block Eiko from even touching the point. That was very well played. I don't think it was intentional, but still like very nice. All these things which can happen in TF2.
Because
let's see what's gonna happen on this.
If he had been able to block that, Screwball was just about to get Zuba, and they probably would have been able to hold that. But Eiko is so much faster again. He's just got that soul room on lockdown. Laidback does decide to go through that again. He didn't really take much damage from the sticky. Oh, he caught that one though directly, and his medic's with him though, so it won't matter too much. Wonder picks off the jumping soldier quickly. Meanwhile, Formelo gets traded. Bonkers picks off the other pocket, but the rest of the team for Planet Express are all over the point, which means they just have the better position, and now they're going to clean up really easily. Paolo does get out once again. He has been surviving very well in general on these mids, and surprisingly he's got Laidback with him this time, which I would say is quite rare.
Sheepy's going to take down the demo.
Air arrow from Pablo stops Eiko completely, and Eiko juggled him up onto the metal ramp. It doesn't matter since Sheepy had caught up to him by that point, which leaves Planet Express with the big 100% Uber advantage. With 5 minutes left and 5-3 the score, they could just delay this last push a little bit, knowing that Pablo won't have Uber for at least a fair while before they push, just to like grind down the time a little bit. But they decide to just do their typical both scouts and demo for right side. They're still not focusing the point though, even though the majority of Kritzberg are in spawn. And now they did manage to get out of spawn onto the point, and they're all over it, but they're also weak that Scooby is decided to get onto the point. They blow himself up on him, and Eiko manages to get some finishes as well. Which 6-3, 5 minutes, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it needs to be, like, they need to do something right now. They just need to change, like, everything which is not working. Otherwise they're just going to lose
that would be ideal.
both of the maps. That would be very great, but I just don't feel like they can do it right now. Like on everything they tried so far.
Was actually quite fast at middle, and he did get the advantage over Eiko this time. Eiko manages to regroup with his medic and get a lovely air pipe onto the bombing soldier, and he does get finished off quite quickly. Laidback blows himself up on the medic, and that gets followed up on, but it's already too late. I feel like the rest of the team is dead. It's just Pablo alive once again. He's already.
No, he's actually chasing him. He's gonna take him down with 2 beautiful rockets. Like as I was saying, everything what Kritzberg just tries, Planet Express is like very nice answer for that. They're just not allowed to do anything. Even I was taking them as a favorite in this map.
Yeah, it's just Laidback was so fat. He was actually on time that middle, and he got some really good damage onto Eiko, but the Soli bomb just came in too late after him that meant that Eco had already been healed up by that time, and then they ended up just bombing into like healed players and got picked off one by one. They did manage to get the medic, but it didn't matter since Pablo got chased down. He didn't get out just quite fast enough. They have a sniper, I think, on top right, or maybe it was left side. Yeah, he got picked down, but he got traded instantly. Melo just made sure he didn't get away with much. The Chris comes in, Pablo casts directly, and Neo just cleans up with the rest of the crits. This has to be GG, surely.
Yeah. There's nothing you can do if you're losing by difference of 4 and still you have just 3 minutes left. This is very unlucky for Kritzberg.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it was so back and forth, just like Badlands, but in the end, Planet Express has pulled away. Even after that pause and all those crazy shenanigans that happened, and Kritzberg winning the round, it looks like they'd be able to get right back into it, but then Planet Express just quickly recomposed themselves. For Melo though, I think that was a 3k that mid, just on the top, just a rampage on everyone. And this leaves Planet Express so weak, with like basically no heals. Sheepy still is around though, managed to grab the health Nolo, and he's just got so much room on Pablo, so much time as well. But he didn't manage to get much, even though he took another health pack, and he's still going for it. But
yeah, he's still trying. He's just delaying right now. The only thing they need to do is just delay. And Bonk is just he can't do anything with him on his own.
Yeah. Do you remember who won the first map?
Planet
Express.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Sheepy probably already knows they won, so it wasn't. He may as well just gone for that play.
He's just doing sheepy things, you know. But there's
just
a
sheepy things.
big advantage to medic of Pablo, but still they have sheepy on heavy, Tommy on NG, and Mookie on sniper. But Iko just died somewhere, and as well as Mookie, this should be clean push for them. But they need to focus down Scuba like very soon. Yes, on 80% of this Uber. If they don't focus him like straight away, he's just gonna get it. He's on 50 HP.
Wonder whiffs. That allows Screwball to get back out his mid again and get that Uber. And they are probably gonna pop pretty imminently. A lovely pipe from Iku onto Formello, and Bonkers just runs straight into a scout. They are deciding to push. They haven't got anything to lose at this point. May as well just buff their stats.
Yeah, just 50 seconds left. This is GG. Like very well played by Planet Express. Even they're like very new team. I think they formed up with this roster like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. But
yeah, they just have a very nice setup of the medic and soldiers seem to have their pocket soldiers seem to have such good synergy that the Screwball is pretty well protected, and it leaves Sheepy and Mookie alone on the flank to pretty much do what they want, knowing that their medic will be safe. And Iku as well, his deathmatch has been so good this game. I was saying in the pre-game, I think the deathmatch from the Finns is like what could maybe give them the edge. I was expecting the experience from Kritzberg, you know, in both the fact of how long they've been playing, their prime experience, and to get this team to sort of give them the advantage, but yeah, just outclassed even on Snakewater, a map where I predicted they'd be less experienced on.
Yeah, definitely. It's just, well, on the end of the day, it was just very well played by both of the teams. It was very entertaining to watch, actually. But Planet Express just managed to win this basically easily for them, but I think even Kritzberg lost, they still gave them the tough fight.
Okay guys, so logs should be coming up on stream pretty damn soon. But let's go over that for that map. I mean, this was a pretty big upset, right? You both pegged Kritzberg to win this map, but I mean the score being 7-3 in the way of Planet Express is not what either of you thought was going to happen. And of course, with Planet Express taking this map and the first map, they move on to the finals against, again, another big upset. Lego managed to beat Serpents over 3 maps. So the finals are going to be Lego versus Planet Express.
Yeah, I wouldn't have predicted either of those games to go the way they did, especially after the first map. I feel like both teams were kind of evenly matched on Badlands, and Planet Express just managed to pull just ahead, and I expected Snakewater to be a sort of semi-comfortable win for Kritzberg. Basically, I expected 7-3 for Kritzberg, not Planet Express. So yeah, that was very interesting. It did start off very close, but I don't know where it went wrong. It's just it felt like Iku just kind of figured out the first couple of middles. He was so much faster than Layback. It didn't feel like he knew what to do, and then after a while, he just decided, stop waiting for the demo, get some good spam on the other players who were there, since Layback was always so slow.
Yeah, like the trio of Iku, Sheep, and Neo just carried the rest of their team just so out. It's impressive, like how much Neo and Sheep could do together. It's very well played by them. Like I know Sheep likes this style of pocket, which we can go like very aggressive but still pull out the loads of damage, and it just allows him to go like in all the time and just do the Sheepy things on his own. But I
Well,
wouldn't expect this to happen.
Sheepy does get a lot of heals, but to be honest, he does bring out a lot of damage as well. Again, top 3 damage includes Sheepy. He's third this time, unfortunately. Neo does manage to get the top damage in the game. Neo putting out a lot of frags there. Actually, he really showed up this map, whereas I don't think he was really performing as well on Badlands. But if we look at the frags over the the entirety of Planet Express is above almost everyone on Kritzberg except for Bonkers, who managed to second frag. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty dominating from Planet Express from the logs, but I don't think it was really as dominating as the logs say. Only maybe in the later few rounds where Planet Express were just running away with it. But for the first good half of the map, I would say Kritzberg was still pretty still, yeah, we're still pretty much in it.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, like they totally have that advantage of coordination, but like you can be coordinated as much as you want, but if you play against somebody who has like that big of advantage in DM, I don't think you can really win.
Yeah. Yeah, Sheepy was playing very well that game, and Neo, I felt like he played good on Badlands personally, but he definitely played really good this map, and Iku just had some sick pipes on the mids, which like won them quite a few of them. As like the damage as well, like Planet Express is getting like basically 4k more damage as a team overall. Just like towards the second half, they just started rolling. And Tommy as well, we were talking about him in the last game, he really stepped up this game. Going for 25 for 15 is very solid.
Absolutely. Well, that's it for the semi-finals, folks. We are going to go for a short break, but we will be right back, so stay here for the finals, which is going to be run almost immediately. I think we've got maybe 10 minutes. The casters for that, I'm going to be taking leave of you. Admirable has gone to bed, because, you know, he's amazing. So we've had to bring in emergency backup relief, and that's going to be Sideshow, but it's going to be sticking with Mike and Nation. So that is going to be our TriCast for the finals of the Challengers Cup Open Playoffs. Thanks for sticking with TFTV. We'll see you in a few minutes.